Somebody shout power, power, power. I am shouting power not because of what I'm about to share here. I'm shouting power because Ghana as a country is well recognized. And guys, I'm going to be sharing this video here. Recently, the president of Ghana has been appointed by the Ecowas. At this point, Ghanaians are saying they don't want to be part of Ecowas again. They want to exit Ecowas. They don't want to be. But Ecowas is trying to trap Ghana. They are trying to trap Ghana to remain under ECOWAS because they know very soon Ghana is making a move to leave ECOWAS. So they are looking for all possible means to tie Ghana to ECOWAS. But let's watch this video. As you're watching this video, hey, like, share, and subscribe. And please shout power for me in the comment section.
First of all, I'm not happy with this particular news, and I think it is a trap. Like these ECOWAS people are trying everything possible to push Ghana into this thing that's going on between these people and the Sahel. It is a trap in my opinion. Look, the truth is that Ghana have a good relationship with the Sahel nations. You guys saw how Ghanaians received Ibrahim Traore here. You guys saw how the Malians received Mahama when he went to Mali. You understand? Now look at this. This is from the Minister of Foreign Affairs, Okujeto. ECOWAS Council of Ministers meeting in Abuja, Nigeria has unanimously endorsed President John Dramani Mahama of Ghana as the sole candidate from ECOWAS for chairperson of the African Union, as the sole candidate. The authorities of heads of state and government is expected to adopt this declaration on Sunday. First of all, what is the essence of we being in ECOWAS? Like, what do we benefit from being in ECOWAS? Ghana is the only nation that can say there have never been any civil anything in Ghana, even though some Fulanis want to try that. I'll come to that issue later. Upon all the presidents in this ECOWAS member nation, no, they presented Mahama alone. Remember this NSAS day that went on in Nigeria. That time, President Akufo-Addo was the chairperson of the, he was forced to give a pronounce, he was forced to speak. And when he spoke, these people started insulting him, saying that it is not his country. This is a trap in my opinion. Look, we should find a way to leave this ECOWAS thing. What are we benefiting? We need to find a way. They say alliance. What alliance? In the exception of some people taking advantage of it, moving to Ghana, saying ECOWAS, no. What is the benefit? Now they are saying our president is the sole candidate. Come on, this is a trap, bro. This is a trap. This is a trap, Charlie. This is a trap.
Breaking news from the president of Ghana. You won't believe the president of Ghana has gone ahead and announced he wants to quit ECOWAS completely because he's tired of it. He wants to join Burkina Faso, Mali, and Niger. He wants to join the Sahel state. And imagine these three countries were also at ECOWAS, but they decided to quit and formed one alliance, the AES, whereby even recently Chad wanted to join Sahel states. You would believe that most of the African countries are now coming together to join this one alliance that was formed by the Burkina Faso president. I really love the spirit that most of the African leaders are waking up. Remember, ECOWAS is under the Nigerian president, Tinubu, which has nothing but neo-colonialism. Remember, these are the leaders who have been used to bring Ibrahim Traore down, most especially this Tinubu, the president of Nigeria, in combination with the Benin and Ivory Coast. These are the leaders who are trying to bring Africans down. I don't know how these leaders will come up and realize themselves that they are being used by the French. But I think maybe one day, one time, they will wake up. Because I'm seeing most of the African countries are waking up and making a great move because they value the citizens of their country.
What is the new system that you would want to create, both for trade and aid, assuming that the US is doing what it's doing? What is everyone else going to need to do now?
Well, self-reliance is not only at the national level, but on the continental level. And there's good news coming out of Africa, like she said. Most countries have ratified the protocol on continental free trade in Africa. And that trade is beginning to grow steadily. We're able to export tariff-free into our countries. Of course, there are obstacles because our trade channels have been the colonial trade channels between us and Europe and not amongst ourselves. So one of the things we need to deal with first is how we develop the infrastructure to be able to exchange goods amongst ourselves. Already, most countries are allowing free movement of people. And so if we have free movement of goods and services across the continent, I think think that it will fill a huge gap in South-South trade, and that will benefit all our countries.
And do you think that the actions of the Trump administration will accelerate Africans' determination to do this? Will it finally actually happen, the African Free Trade Area?
Definitely it will. Definitely we will learn to be more self-reliant as a continent and to trade more amongst ourselves, because there's a lot of room there for expanding trade. I am the President of the Republic of Ghana. I was born 1 year after my country gained independence from colonial domination in 1957. I was born in the same year as Michael Jackson, whose untimely tragic death shocked the whole world. Michael was also known as the King of Pop and was one of the greatest entertainers that ever lived. The words of his 1991 hit song, Heal the World, continues to echo to us from his grave. Michael Jackson sang, and I quote, "Heal the world, make the world a better place for you and for me and the entire human race." His song was released in 1991 and came at a time of excitement for the whole world. In the 58 years of my life, I have seen the world change more rapidly than in the millions of years of its existence. My life has spanned the excitement of the post-war era, the heady days of our liberation from colonial rule in Africa, the Apollo moon landing, the Cold War, the excitement at the fall of the Berlin Wall, the era of globalization, the end of apartheid, the global progress of the MDGs, the Arab Spring, Brexit, China's slowdown, SDGs, ISIS, cyber attacks, and it goes on and on and on and on. Mr. President, our world today is more complicated than it has ever been. And the question I ask is, what happened to the ideals that gave birth to this organization, the United Nations? What happened to that enthusiasm that captured the spirit of the post-war world, that envisioned peace, safety, and security for all of mankind?
Nigeria, you have been warned. The AES has warned Nigeria to stay off its airspace. Yesterday, a Nigerian transport aircraft, an AC-130 aircraft, was grounded in Burkina Faso. What was the aircraft doing in Burkina Faso? What was it doing in the airspace, the airspace of Burkina Faso? The AES has warned Nigeria that stay clear of its airspace. You don't have authorization to fly in its airspace, so stay clear. And they have warned that their aircraft detector systems are on high alert. This time, they're not going to warn you to come down. They will neutralize you in the air, so stay off their airspace. They don't trust you, and they've got no relationship with you. They are not part of Ecowas, so why? Why was your aircraft in their airspace? If you were on a ferry mission to Portugal, the closest country to you, Nigeria, is Niger. Why didn't you fly over Niger? Even though Niger is also an AES country, why didn't you fly over Niger? What were you doing in Burkina Faso? What were you doing there? And there's another message from the AES. Mr. Bola Ahmed Tinubu, your newfound friendship with the French president, may give you a lot of ideas. But the guys are warning you. They have told you to be very careful. You can do whatever you want to do with those countries within the ECOWAS region. But please do not extend your authority to the AES. They will not take kindly to it. I don't even know what Nigeria wants. I don't know what Nigeria is looking for. And I beg the question, and this is what many people are asking. Nigeria, you can send your military to Benin to restore order, but you cannot fight bandits in the north. You cannot fight kidnapping in Nigeria. You cannot fight armed robbery in Nigeria, but you are quick to fight other people in their countries to restore order. No wonder Donald Trump said the things he said about you guys. And you find a lot of ignorant Nigerians who have not traveled beyond their hometowns in different comment sections. Just type in, Nigeria is the giant of Africa. We can take over the whole of Africa. Such ignorant pronouncements. No wonder. You haven't traveled beyond your hometown. You don't know what is happening elsewhere. And don't try the AES. Those guys have gone to hell and back. And those guys are patriots. They are fighting for their nation. They are not fighting for money. And they are not fighting to be giants of Africa. They've gone to hell and back. They've seen the worst of the worst. Those guys fight in the desert. They fight real terrorists. You understand? You can't even fight bandits. You can't fight armed robbers. You can't fight kidnappers. You want to go and fight guys in the AES. Don't even try it. Don't even try the giants of Africa. Keep tickling yourselves, but you've been warned. Don't enter the airspace of the AES. Mali, Niger, Burkina Faso. Don't try it because...
So guys, yesterday I shared a video that the military has taken over in Benin Republic. Today, the Nigeria president sent his military. They went with a private jet to Benin Republic and they threw something like a bomb in Benin Republic. According to them, they're trying to stop the coup from happening in Benin Republic. And I asked myself, the president of Nigeria, there are a lot of things happening in Nigeria and you guys are not doing anything about it. Insecurity in Nigeria, the government have not sent any private jet to go and bomb Kaduna or Katsina or Maiduguri. But just a coup happened in Benin Republic. The president of Nigeria decided to send his private jet to come and bomb some place in Benin Republic. What is the problem? This is misplaced priority. What is the business between Nigeria and Benin Republic? I know you guys will come out here and say ECOWAS. See, ECOWAS has nothing to do with this. Your house cannot be burning and you are going to quench another house somewhere. Your house cannot be burning and you have the water to quench your house. You take that same water to go quench some other houses, leaving your own house. Insecurity in Nigeria is eating deep on a lot of Nigerians. Bandits, kidnappings are buying everybody. The government of Nigeria has not done anything about it. But because a coup happened in Benin Republic, the president of Nigeria sent his military jet, his private jet, to go and bomb some places in Benin Republic. Sent his military jets, very swift and quick, to Benin Republic, but they cannot send those things to go and apprehend those kidnappers that have been kidnapping us in the west, in the east, in the north. Boko Haram that have been bombing the churches in Nigeria, in the northern part of Nigeria. They cannot quickly send private jets to go to those places to go and do it, but they can send a jet to Benin Republic to come and stop the coup going on in Benin Republic. This is a misplaced priority. This is a misplaced priority. Nigerian government, I don't know what is wrong. I don't know. We are just unfortunate to have some people ruling us in Nigeria. We're just so unfortunate. We are unlucky. Nigerians are not lucky. A coup is going on in Benin Republic and you are sending your military jets to go and do what there? Meanwhile, your house is burning. Your house is burning. What is wrong? Guys, please share.
The ECOWAS board are looking for a means to make the president of Ghana, John Dramani Mahama, the chairman of the ECOWAS. They are looking for a way to trap him down. They're looking for a way to bend Ghana to be subjective to France. If the president of Ghana accepts that offer, Ghana economy is going to suffer. Ghana economy is going to suffer because the way Nigeria is suffering, that is the same thing that's going to be happening to Ghana because Tinubu, our president, is subjective to France. He bows down to France. He's a puppet to France. The government of Nigeria, they are puppets to France. So the minute or the moment John Dramani Mahama, the president of Ghana, accepts this offer, Ghana is going to be a puppet to France because they cannot say no. They cannot say... So you're looking for a way to trap Ghana under ECOWAS. They are looking for a way to trap Ghana under ECOWAS. Ghana, no gree, no gree, no gree, no gree, no gree.